What's up, you guys? Um, as you can tell by the title of this video, and as you can tell by my nervousness, I am planning on going on a work and witness mission trip to Mozambique. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm a bit nervous about it. And we'll get into all of that in a sec. But I'm pretty sure a lot of you are wondering, why am I going? There's a few reasons. Number one, I really did feel called to go on this mission trip. This is one that I feel like doesn't happen in our church all that often, and I think if you aren't going out and actually serving in the places that you claim to support, then what even is the point of supporting it? Um, and I just really I've loved to travel to different places, but me personally, I've never been able to travel outside of the U.S. So this is this is a crazy one for me. Um, and also to get my 2020 year back. And if you don't know, I graduated in 2020, but I didn't get no graduation ceremony. I didn't get I didn't get no summer camp. I didn't get no lagoon. I didn't get no to hang out with friends. All I did was work. I didn't even get to go on the Mexico mission trip that was planned for that year. And to me, that was my worst year. Even though I graduated, it still was my worst year. And to me, I don't like to think about it, but I think it is necessary to bring up. And I feel like now is a great time to get back in there, to understand, and also to help. To understand my relationship with Christ, I feel like I gotta go deep out of my comfort zone. And this, quite frankly, is way out of my comfort zone. Number two, to connect with people. And you might be thinking, it's just like, well, you connect with people all the time. It's just like, well, yeah, but I know all those people. I know like 95% of the people in Idaho. I hate to say it, but I do. And I think what's interesting is that I I've never traveled outside the U.S. I've traveled to Las Vegas. I've traveled to Arizona. Traveled to Oregon even. Like there are places I've gone, but I've never gone anywhere except for the U.S. And it's been boring to say the least, but I still cherish those moments. And I think this really is going to be one that really turns my world upside down. So I'm excited and I can't wait to see what God has in plan for me. So, um, next point I want to reach on is, why are we going down there? And part of it is um, part of it is to complete the dormitories. So they have all the other things, and I'm looking at my notes here. Sorry. They have phase one finished, which is two classrooms, library, teachers hall, reception, office, and two toilets. Now they just need the dormitories finished, which to me that's cool. I love working with my hands. I love being able to build stuff. I love just working with cool people in general. So this is gonna be amazing, honestly. Um, but also we're gonna be doing a VBS down there, and that's gonna be a lot of fun personally for me because I thrive in VBSs. I've gone to them. I've volunteered with them, and just all in general, just they're a lot of fun for kids to be able to get closer to God, and just being able to have that different have that different way of learning how to connect with God, and also just learning the Bible, because reading it is boring. But if you have a vacation Bible school and you have energetic people, you have people who are passionate for people, you have people that are wanting to help you learn on their journey with you to get closer to God, then it makes it all worth it at the end of the day. So I think that in and of itself is going to be amazing. We've also got some other activities that we're going to be doing down there, but all in all, I think this is going to be something that every single one of us will remember for a long time. I know the next question is, when am I going and how long am I going to be gone? Well, I'll tell you, it's going to be a long one, but I will be going. There are two trips planned for two groups of people, but I will be going June 28th through July 12th. So 14 days, 2 weeks, and it's going to be long. But honestly, the long part of it is going to be the fun part of it, because when you have a moment where you're really just like tired and out of it, and you remember what you did, it makes it all worth it. And I think that the fact that this is a 2 week long mission trip is just already amazing is in and of itself, and I'm super excited and I'm super nervous. But I know we've said time and time again that that mission trips change people, and I think no matter what time of day or when you go there or how long you're there, you will be moved by the Spirit of the Lord. And I think as long as you have that premise and understand that everybody's there to support everybody, and nobody is going to go at this alone, and that we're taking the safety procedures necessarily, that we're gonna make it in and make it out of it the same. Well, obviously not the same. We will be changed by the grace of God, but we will all make it back as healthy as we came in. And now the part that I don't like to talk about. You guys know me. I hate talking about finances. I hate talking about money. You guys know that I'm not a big proponent of asking people for stuff, um, even though I should. But what is it going to cost for us to go down there? So right now the total stands at $3,205. Needless to say, that's a huge number. As a college student myself, like it's huge. It's huge. Like, you could do a lot with that money. But I think if the Lord wants me to go, He's gonna help me get there. And needless to say, I'm excited to go. The price is obviously daunting, but I believe that if you want something so bad, you got to go for it. And I think as long as I understand the fact that this is going to take some work, it's going to take some long hours, it's going to take a lot for me. Like, this is going to be a hard process, but it's going to be an amazing. There's going to be so much more profit than I will ever understand. So I'm excited, and I can't wait to see how God is going to make this come about. And finally, the cool part that I wanted to talk about. How can you help? Well, I'll talk about the main part at the end, but number one is praying. Because to me, this is the biggest experience of my life. And I cannot do it without support, obviously. But I think just prayers that I get over this, all these other obstacles in my way, everything from money to fears to wondering if people are going to like me when I'm down there, wondering if, we'll be able to get it done. All these different fears, like, they need to be shoved aside. Um, and then I think just in general, just pray for the team. Being able to work behind the scenes um, of the work that we're going to be doing down there is amazing, because just being able to have that fun experience, and also know that you're making an impact on life, is really amazing. Um, and then also just pray for the people in Mozambique, and all of South Africa, because there are some amazing people down there. My friend Alex has brought some of his friends from Kenya, and to me they were like so cool. And so it really gives me that sort of like jolt of energy to try to do better for myself, and also um, just strive for greatness. Um, yeah. So prayer is number one. Number two is encouragement. Now I know a lot of you thinking it's just like, well, you can encourage yourself. Like, you are great at encouraging other people. It's just like, well, yeah, but I think just the kind words of saying, just like checking up on me, like, hey, how you doing? Or like, hey, can I help you out with anything? Like, hey, can I pray for you? All these different things. Because at the end of the day, that is what is going to be um, uh, a cool factor of how I look at myself and how I look at others. Because quite frankly, I tend to look at others and say, how am I going to make this work for them rather than me? And yet I don't give myself enough appreciation. Um, I think that encouragement is a very big aspect of a lot of our day to day struggles, because if you have like that one quote that sticks with you, then it will with you when you are down in the dumps again. You're just like, oh yeah, I remember those days. And it's so cool to see personally. And then the final way that you can help me out is obviously funding. So I personally hate asking for this, but I've learned that if you don't ask, don't expect somebody to do it for you. And it's hard, but I think I've gotten better at just like asking in general, not necessarily for money, just for help. So I have currently a GoFundMe set, and I will link it in the description. No pressure to donate to it at all. This is your choice. If you want to donate, that's great. If not, that's great. If you keep me in your prayers, that's the most important thing to me. And you know what? We'll see how it goes, because I'm I'm definitely excited, but I'm also incredibly nervous, because for good reason. Like, I haven't traveled outside the U.S., and I'm planning to go to Mozambique. And quite frankly, at 22 years of age, I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm terrified, and I can't wait to see what God has in store for me. But yeah, I'm really excited about the trip to Mozambique. I'm excited to hear what you guys think. Let me know of any suggestions in the comments, any encouraging notes, any um, pretty much anything. Whatever you got. If you've been to Mozambique, I'd love to hear your experience. If you have any links on what I should know or something like that, like, give me it. I will take it. But that that's gonna be it for now. Appreciate you guys watching, and appreciate you guys listening in, and I can't wait to hear from you guys, and I love you all. I can't wait to see what God has in store for not just me, but for the rest of the working witness team and just everybody down in South Africa in general, because this is one of the greatest opportunities that I have in my life, and I do not want to blow it. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you like, leave a comment, and subscribe. Um, and yeah, feel free to check out the GoFundMe. No pressure there at all, but keep me in your prayers. Keep those encouraging notes up. I love you guys, and I will see you in the next video.